This is the BEnergyAware Podcast. No matter where we are right now in our life, what I'm going to talk about today can happen to everyone. I don't believe there are any exceptions. Vicious cycle is a name I came up with for when our emotions trigger our brain to start thinking negatively, and then our negative thinking triggers more of those emotions that seem to pull us down. It's also that time when being with our feelings doesn't seem to help us release them or let go of them, and we keep falling deeper and deeper into a dark pit. It's like nothing that we usually do to help ourselves works in that situation. The question is, how do we find ourselves in that situation? And what causes it to happen? From my own experience and from what I've observed, it happens as a result of a series of triggers that go by unnoticed or unattended, and then they cause a chain reaction of even more triggers of the same kind that basically put us in a place where applying any tools that we know doesn't make much of a difference, if any at all. The obvious thing here to do would be to prevent it all from happening. One thing that helps me is doing regular daily check ins with myself to see how I'm feeling and to see what I need. If we recognize and notice the triggers before they pile up, we have a better chance of dealing with whatever is behind them. By dealing with them in a timely manner, we prevent them from multiplying and from causing that chain of triggers that can later be much harder to handle. Okay, so we've just talked about how to prevent the vicious cycle. But what if it sometimes still catches us by surprise? If we're already deep inside that cycle, where our brain and emotions keep triggering one another, we need to do our best to get ourselves out of it as soon as we can. First step would be recognizing that we're in it and that it is happening, and then consciously doing something that's going to break the cycle and get us back to feeling good. It's good to be prepared and make a list of things we can do in order to get back to feeling good. My aim in that moment, when I catch myself being in that cycle, is to stop thinking right away. And I do that by doing something physical, like going for a run, dancing, doing push ups, squats, or similar, in order to get back into my body. Once I'm back in my body, I take a couple of deep breaths and clear my energy. I start with clearing my aura, and then I clear the energy of my thoughts, and then also the energy of my emotions. I want to make sure that whatever energy was surfacing or whatever energy I've created during this vicious cycle, that it's completely gone from my energy field. How do I clear my energy? By setting that intention. First, I set an intention to clear my aura, and I keep breathing while this cleansing process takes place. And then I set an intention to clear the energy of my thoughts, and then the energy of my emotions. Once I feel it is all complete, if I'm still not feeling quite well, I then give myself some healing. Instead of going out for a run or dancing, you might choose to do yoga or go for a walk as a way of getting back into your body. As long as you do something where you move your body, you should be fine. Feel free to share your experience with me and what helps you in situations like these. Message me on Instagram at BEnergyAware or through my website, BEnergyAware.com. And please subscribe and share this podcast with your friends. And if you feel inspired, you can also write a review on Apple Podcasts. I'm Bran, your host, and I'll talk to you next Friday.